My name is Thomas Bailey. I am developing standard reference materials for measuring ultra-low concentrations of uranium isotopes to better understand the fallout from events like atmospheric weapons testing and the Fukushima accident.
My name is Miriam Matney, and I study nuclear reactions that occur in supernovas. And this is the way that many of the elements that we see in our solar system and in our own bodies are created. And what I use to study these reactions is a spectrometer called Hector. And Hector measures gamma rays, which is a very high energy form of light. And from there we can understand how often these reactions happen. And from that we can extrapolate to estimate the elemental abundances we see in our solar system today.
I'm Fry Fang. Here at the Nuclear Science Laboratory, we are essentially restaging some of the nuclear reactions that happens inside stars to understand one important question: how elements are made in our universe. I'm studying some of those reactions that explains the presence of fluorine-19 here at Notre Dame with Professor Manuel Kuder.
I am Asha Bari Majumdar. I work in developing method for making actinide targets, such as uranium dioxide and thorium dioxides. Many of the nuclear physics problems are solved using experiments. And the success of these experiments depends on the quality of the target used in these experiments. Now, actinide targets are used for the study of the origin of the universe, as well as the cutting-edge technologies for nuclear medicine. However, the actinides are expensive as well as radioactive. So there is a need for a safe and cost-efficient method for making actinide targets. And our research fulfills that need.
I'm Gunnar Brown, and I use proton beams in order to quantify and identify harmful elements in indoor aerosol and house dust. We can then use statistical methods to determine the sources of these harmful elements. And we've been doing this locally, but we plan to do a much larger sampling campaign in East Chicago.
I'm Ray, and I use low-energy nuclear beta decay as a probe to test the standard model of particle physics. This model encapsulates everything we know about the building blocks of the universe, and yet our knowledge is incomplete. So my research looks for those holes in our knowledge, ultimately giving us a better understanding of what we're made of.
I really appreciated the impact that my work could have on society, helping with nuclear non-proliferation.
Specifically, I'm interested in fluorine-19 is because fluorine-19 is the only stable isotope of fluorine in our universe. And it's interesting because it plays a very important role in stellar evolution, in geochemical evolution, and even in life evolution.
I work with Graham Peasley, who has done a lot of work looking into harmful elements in firefighter turnout gear. And coming from a large family full of firefighters, that really struck home with me. So I started working with him and then moved from looking at firefighter gear to other environmental samples such as indoor house dust and aerosols. Taking a look at all of the different elements and especially all of the harmful pollutants that are put into everyday products, it really feels like we need to kind of sound an alarm and make sure that people know what they're putting into their bodies, putting on the clothes every day, what's in all of that.
I've always asked the question, where do we come from and what are we made of? And my research gets to focus on really what those fundamentally small pieces are that build our entire universe and the laws and forces that govern them. And I think that's incredibly interesting.
The Institute for Structure and Nuclear Astrophysics, as it is now called, celebrated 80 years of nuclear physics study at Notre Dame. We would not be where we are today without the support of our students, as well as the incredible trust and financial support from the University of Notre Dame and the United States National Science Foundation.